Have you ever noticed that pretty much every single good band either comes from England or the United States? Just think about it. England, they got the Beatles, they got the Stones, they got Led Zeppelin, they got Queen, they got Black Sabbath, they got The Who, they got Deep Purple. Who do we have? Well, we have Jimi Hendrix, we have the Velvet Underground, we have Van Halen, we have Guns N' Roses, we have the Allman Bros, we have Aerosmith, we have Grand Funk, we have Leonard Skinner, we have ZZ Top, we have Metallica, and we have the MC5. But have you ever thought about those artists that aren't from either one, that aren't from England or America? I know they're out there, so let's check them out. If you looked up rock and roll in the dictionary, I'll bet you see AC/DC right next to it, which is probably why they're one of the most famous non-American, non-British bands from Australia. Also, for extra points, both Young brothers were originally from Glasgow, Scotland.
A Monday warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
Rush, like all Canadians, are big nerds, but they're also ingenious musicians and one of the first bands I ever got into. Whenever you hear people talk about the pioneers of heavy metal, you always hear Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, sometimes even like Blue Cheer or something. But do you ever hear anyone talk about the Welsh band Budgie? I haven't either, but thanks to Metallica's cover of Bread Fan, Budgie is now one of my favorite bands ever, and my lord are they badass. And underrated doesn't even begin to describe them. They are just an epic band, and should be up in the ranks of Deep Purple. Also, I think it's time for me to point out how freaking similar Geddy Lee from Rush and Burke Shelley are. They're both skinny, glasses-wearing, bass-playing singers with really high-pitched voices that front three-piece rock bands in the early 70s. They could be like twins or something. How could I forget about the Emerald Isle? I love Rory Gallagher. I really do. He's a cool, sweet guy. Rest in peace, man. One of my favorite guitarists of all time. But he's not really a band, so I decided to leave him off. And I'd totally be kidding myself if I said anything nice about U2 because I hate them. So I guess I'll just talk about Thin Lizzy again. I already gave them a mention on my video, bands I think should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so I guess you can never talk too much about Thin Lizzy. They're a great band, a perfect example of just true Irish rock and roll. Great frontman, great songs, great band. Don't tell me that Axl Rose's main influence was anybody but Dan McCafferty. They sound exactly alike, especially when Guns N' Roses decided to cover Nazareth. I mean, damn, Axl's a dead ringer for this guy. Well, anyways, Axl, he may be from here in the States, Indiana to be exact, but Dan McCafferty and the rest of Nazareth, they're a fine bunch of Scottish lads. And man, they kick ass. Let me tell you, mainly, Nazareth is known for their one hit, which is Hair of the Dog, one of my favorite songs of all time. But they're not a one-trick pony, as a lot of people may think. I mean, they have Love Hurts, Miss Misery, Razamanaz, Broken Down Angel, Not Faking It, Teenage Nervous Breakdown. Their entire discography is just a treasure trove of underrated Scottish rock and roll. Let me just give a real quick shout out right here to Daniel Borden. Daniel, if you're watching this right now, thank you so much for all the likes, all the comments. It really means a lot to me. And I know that this channel ain't too big. It only has like 83 subscribers, but people like you make it feel so much bigger than that. So thanks for all your support. And I know that for a while now you've been wanting me to check out this Canadian band called Steppenwolf that you seem to really like. And I'm sorry for not getting around to it sooner. I just had school and homework and finals and all that crap. But I finally got off of school, and I was finally able to check them out. And it turns out you're right about them the whole time. They kick ass, originators of hard rock, and they make some really, really, really bitchin' songs. Born to be Wild, Don't Step on the Grass, Sam, The Pusher, I gotta say my favorite, though, is Sookie Sookie. Real groovin' song. Haven't listened to all their stuff yet, but I definitely will in the future. and I can't wait to buy my next Steppenwolf album. So thanks, Daniel. I was trying real hard to think of a good rock band that's not from an English-speaking country, because all the other entries on this list are either from Canada or Ireland or Scotland or somewhere that speaks English. But not the Scorpions. They may sing in English, but they hail from Germany. And I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of their 80s output. It's a bit too glitzy and commercial for me, but look back at a lot of their 70s stuff and you will see a truly ass-kicking hard rock band. Albums like Virgin Killer and Fly to the Rainbow are just amazing examples of 70s hard rock at its finest. Yeah, I know there's quite a few good bands from other places that I left off. Badfinger from Wales, Bachman Turner Overdrive, and Guess Who from Canada. But I'm just kind of feeling tired right now, so I think I'll save those for part 2. So until next time, bye!